Sweet. Okay. So, you just told me a little bit about your kind of how you think this first month went. So, before we started, tell me what got you into the community and kind of where you were before all of this.
So, what got me into the community, and this is hilarious, but I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw something asking me if I was a pastor who wanted to lose 20 pounds. The algorithm knew that and put your advertisement right there in front of me. And I clicked it, went into the community, and it was exactly what I was looking for, a group of pastors talking about health, talking about diet. And the one thing I really liked is you emphasized we're doing this because we want to thrive in ministry. We want to be in ministry for the long haul. And I saw that as a good motivation. So, not just to look better and feel better, but also to minister better. Um, and then, as far as where I was, um, I kind of hit a weight gain during my first year of ministry. Um, Prior to starting ministry, I was around 190. By the time my first year is up, I'm over 200 on average. I'm like, man, I've got to lose some weight. I've got to drop some pounds. And so I found the community and realized like this is what I need. I need some men holding me accountable, some pastors working together to be healthy.
What were your thoughts like before you joined up?
I mean, my biggest thoughts were, I'm stuck here. I don't know what to do. I don't have any other options. I feel like everything I'm trying is failing. And, coming into the community, um, it was actually really cool because I found other pastors who were in the same boat as me. We eat good meals at our churches. We serve well. We want to be appreciated, but we also want to be healthy. And so my thoughts were just this group ought to be something that'll help me just have community. But then I knew there was a coaching aspect, and I thought, you know what? Like, I need a coach. I used to be a health coach. As a pastor, I coach people in life. I make disciples. And so this would be a good opportunity for me to be discipled in my health.
Yeah. Externally, like outside of yourself, were there people who noticed any of that weight gain, or was there anything that was going on externally?
Yeah. So there was a couple of people at my church who had kind of mentioned that I had packed on a few pounds and, kind of jokingly said, we're going to fatten you up and, we're taking good care of you. We're feeding you good. But also just felt like family members were noticing, like, hey, you put on some weight. Your pants are fitting a little tighter. Your shirts are looking a little small. And those kind of comments hit me because I've never been a person with a lot of weight on me. So it was like, man, that's a shocker.
Yeah, those don't feel good.
Not at all.
No. So sorry, I don't know if you could hear that bell, but it's super
Is
loud.
that your school bell?
Yeah. Um, so what made you want to hop into something like to hop into the coaching side of it? Like what was the catalyst for change?
I mean, the biggest part was I just needed an outside opinion on my diet and my exercise because, I've never been stuck at 200 pounds. The most I've ever been stuck at is like 190. And, I got up to my highest was like 203. And with some pretty strict dieting, I was able to get down to, 198, 197. But then I couldn't go down anymore. And I thought, you know what? I've got to find somebody outside of my thought process, outside of my habits to kind of look into it and help me out. Because if I don't have any outside input, it's going to keep in the same way.
And to be clear, the biggest change through this last month has not actually been weight loss. It's not been a ton of pounds dropping off, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And one of the things at first I was discouraged because I didn't see the weight dropping off the scale. But looking in the mirror, I see more definition. My clothes are fitting better. But not only that, but I'm getting stronger. So I can do more push-ups. I can push through the workout. I just feel better.
And you told me just before we hopped on here that your wife noticed some of that stuff too, right?
Yeah, yeah. She said my arms felt a little bigger the other day when she was standing next to me, and she can definitely see a difference in the mirror. I mean, or sorry, not in the mirror, but she can see a difference when she looks at me, and I can see a difference in the mirror with just my chest definition, and the size of my arms, and there's even a little less belly fat. Like I can start to see where the abs used to be, so that's a good thing.
I love that. So even though the pounds aren't moving, there's still been fat loss. And I think the cool thing is the fat loss has been equally paced with the muscle gain. And so you're
Yes.
seeing bigger definition, you're seeing those abs start to show up again, and the fat start to disappear, right?
Yes, that's correct. And I
Cool.
know that when you put on muscle and you burn fat, eventually the scale will change because I'm probably not going to be a 5'11, 205 type of guy. I'm not trying to be that size build. So I think at some point that belly fat will start to drop off, the pants will start to fit better. Because also, um, you've helped me increase my metabolism. I feel like my metabolism has slowed down. I was low carbonate, restricting heavy, and just having low energy. So, increasing the healthy carbs, working out harder, moving more has really helped to get that metabolism up to where it needs to be.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you feel like that worked well for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody's coming in. I was telling them I'm in a meeting right now.
It's all good.
Hey, yeah, okay. So bottom line, if you could tell anybody else who'd be looking at something like this, what would you tell them? Like, would you recommend it? Would you not?
Yeah. So if I were in someone else's shoes, I would highly recommend CS coaching. And the main reason is because this is backed by science and it's a biblical approach. You care about pastors, and I feel like your approach is very reasonable. It's very doable. It's very practical, and it's very beneficial. So I highly recommend it. And one day, if I know pastors around here who need some coaching, I'm going to recommend them to you because I feel like it's a really good program, and especially for people who have never really cared about their health or it's been a long time. Your approach is very doable, it's very reasonable, and it really does work.
Appreciate that, Chris. Well, thanks for recording that with us, and hopefully some other men will get the results that you're after.
Definitely.